might as well just leave. But
Exactly. Oh, what happened to you,
Mr.
I used to play Zerg? Here comes the countdown. Let's go ahead and get into this next game right here as we lead you into the intro.
Okay, so we're here at Imbalance TV with me and Zomex casting the game between Jadu and Kare on the Shattered Temple. So we do have Jadu spawning up in the north position, at the 12 o'clock position as the pink Protoss, and down in the 6 o'clock position we have Kare spawning as the yellow Terran. So, cross positions on the Shattered Temple, which is the remake of the Lost Temple. And obviously they wanted to change this map due to the attack paths. The main difference is that there's no cliffs. There's this major like plain landscape in the middle of the map with only one Xel'Naga tower now, which means you can attack really in like 5 possible directions, rather than just the main 2 that you used to have on Xel'Naga tower. What am I talking about? Between the Xel'Naga towers on Lost Temple. That's playing too many games on Xel'Naga, I think. Yeah. We do see the first supply depot being put at the wall for Kare, not building it near his Nexus, which is quite odd. We do see the first pylon for JD placed right next to his Nexus. Chrono boosting out probes now. And it's like Kare is looking to put down his barracks now at the ramp, so nearly a wall off, just placing it a bit back from that. The first gateway now from JD going down, and more chrono boosts coming out. What do you think about this position?
What it looks like with this barracks placement is it's left just enough room for that tech lab. But, you know, as I try to tell all the Terran players, every single game, like in the game you saw me do, as soon as I saw that tech lab, the first thing I did was jump up there and snipe it. I don't know if I got any of the tech research, but that's exactly what I did.
You did.
See,
you nailed his combat shield. It was halfway completed.
Yeah, so that's what, like, he's going to put his tech lab out there, and the first thing you want to do is just poke up there and take the tech lab out. There's not a lot of HP on it. Even if it costs you just a zealot, it's worth it. And in that last game, as you guys saw, it was like amazing. And I saw the little thing turning, and I was like, oh, it's going down. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen here. He's going to lose. He's going to lose this tech lab if he gets wind of. Like already when he scouted the base, he can already tell that the tech lab. There it is. There's the tech lab going into the right position. So he's got a massive vulnerability, and the probe is even going to scout it and know that's a tech lab. Reactor is even worse because that takes so much time to fix. So anytime I see a Terran that's in like a position where the tech lab should be to the right, I honestly think that like it makes map positions sometimes bad for Terran. They should make it to where the tech labs are ambidextrous, if you will. But who knows? That's a Blizzard problem. But anyway, pretty standard build. We're going to see that Stalker coming out here in like about 25-30 seconds. And that Stalker's probably a little bit late, actually. It should really be on the field at 4:25. What's he doing with that time? Can't really... Oh, he took a second gas really early. Yeah, he has a substantially high amount of gas. So we're probably going to see a 1-gate robo, maybe 2 gates. There's our gateway, and what's he doing with this probe? He's looking like he's going to build something. And here's your standard push from Terran. A couple SCVs, and yeah, he really should have had... This Stalker is late, so this is going to be difficult to deal with. Because you really should have your sentry almost halfway out by the time this comes. But he's handling it absolutely correctly. When he's pushing... You want to be shooting that Marauder and not letting those SCVs get in the way. Oh, and he's going to micro that Stalker away perfectly, but he really needs help with this health right now and get his shields back. And he's chronoing out that second Stalker. But as I say in most of my games, these probes counter Marauders. They take 4 hits to kill them. And here we go. Now we got our warp gate done. 3 gateways. So it looks like he's going to do the same thing we saw the last Protoss do against Terran, which is our 3 gates into an expansion. Look at target firing the weak one. Well done by Kare. Jadu going to be able to snipe a Marine and maybe a Marauder with that sentry. Oh, almost caught him, but he's not quite. This concussive shell push is going to end right here in this next warp in. As soon as that, boom, there goes one of them, and here comes the second one. So units lost-wise, this is a very effective push by Kare. 700 to 400 minerals lost, and he's going to get another 525 to 6. But what he's really managed to do is solidify this expansion. The whole time he's sitting here doing this expansion, for very, very few minerals, the Terran can quickly push the Protoss back into the base for a very long time. And I'm not sure if he was able to read the fact that that Stalker was late and he did it for that reason. But now comes the point of vulnerability for this tech lab. Let's see if Jadu takes advantage of that. Yep, and here's our 3 warp gate expand. Okay, he's bringing a forward pylon. And a missile turret. You see a lot of really awesome Terran players put a missile turret right here at the front. Not so much for the missile turret's defense, but just so that you can't get easy sight of the high ground with a void ray or with an observer. Predominantly for the observer.
Yeah, you don't want to reveal your army composition to a Terran player. To a Protoss player, as he's got to choose.
So he's going to check up the ramp. And he knows that there's at least one Marauder in that bunker. He has enough units right now to... No, he doesn't have any Zealot contact. And our first tank is on the field, and Siege. Siege is about 35 seconds away, and the SCVs are in place to repair. But he's got enough force fields that he can really push that away easily. And a Viking is out. Interesting choice. Blind countering some Colossus play. And there's a robotics bay going down. Now, our warp gate should be finished, and he's not warping in his next round, so he's doing something interesting. Oh no, if he would have just stuck around for a little bit more, that was little stupid by the Terran player, but lucky. He disassembled his bunker at the top of his ramp before the one at the bottom was done. Very easily could have walked right into the Protoss army and then pushed right up for the win. That bunker was pretty much saving him, but now he's got Siege Tank and he's going to be able to secure that position. Man, Jadu just missed an awesome opportunity. Alright, Fire, what do you think?
I don't know, I mean, Jadu's not, he's managed to keep himself in the, not behind Terran at this point. I mean, that, containing him in his base for a while gave him enough time to get his own expansion up, so they're about equal at the moment. I mean, 39 probes to 36 SCVs with 2 mules coming down. It's pretty much equal. Robotics Bay now finishing up for Jadu. I'm surprised at the lack of immortals that Jadu has gone for.
Gotta be careful with his observer. He may lose it to one of these. Oh, look at that! Flies right through the center of these 2 turrets that he's just put up. Be careful! Oh, and he loses it. That's not a good thing. You need those observers for this game. You never know when these Banshees are going to come out. You always want to check it out. Viking Scout going up the left-hand side, going to see everything that he's got over here in the expansion. But look at how he's got all his units spread out, Fire. He's got a drop coming up here in the top right-hand corner of his base. 3 Stalkers defending that. He's got Stalkers all in his mineral line for his natural expansion, so he's really, really expecting a drop. Unfortunately, there are no medevacs on the field. He's going tank, marine, all building up his economy, just completely defensive at this point. So
he's getting pretty...
Jadu's totally pegged him on the wrong strategy. But let's see how he... apparently they're just trying to hug this gold expansion. There were 49 probes, 48 SCVs, 85 food to 86 food, 92 now. We got a new warp in. And our first Colossus has hit the field, and range is underway. Our first medevac is coming out, too.
Interesting, he's getting Infernal pre-ignited, the blue flame upgrade for the Hellions, so we could see a Hellion drop from Kare at this point. He's just going to be careful about where he actually drops them, as he, as you were saying, he does have Stalkers placed around to stop it.
Kare is going turret crazy. He has turrets everywhere on his base. He wants, and I don't know, maybe this is just a telltale sign.
He's hiding something.
Well, he's hiding something, or he doesn't, like, a common tactic when you have somebody who's going lots and lots of tech and lots of mech is to just not attack the front, go somewhere else. But he's made it very difficult for him to go around here. Like, there's like 7 tanks here. Take a look at this. There's 6 tanks here. And he is just going to get pummeled. Is he upgrading the tanks right now? He does. He's getting vehicle weapon upgrade 1. He's going for solid mech. Terran's taking his 3rd. We're going for the gold here, which is solid. I mean, this is the one balance thing that he's going to be able to do is say, look, okay, you're going to play passive? Okay, fine. I'm going to get aggressive and take my gold. There's not likely they're going to be able to do it. And we do have a drop coming over on the right-hand side. But these 3 stalkers might be able to come in, depending on the angle of attack that he brings us in. Let's check it out. We click on his view, look at his rally point. Yep, he is going to walk right into the stalkers, which is great news for our Protoss hero. Look at that rally point. Let's see how quickly he's going to react. It's going to take about... Did he catch a glimpse? He does have a glimpse of it, but he's not reacting. He's right up in the mini-map. He can't see it yet, not until the last possible minute. The reaction time... Oh, 2 in this one and then 2 in the other one. Cleverly done. Don't overwarp. We do have blink, so we can blink right on top of them. That's excellent. How many probes? We have 55 probes right now at the beginning of this attack. He's going to blink and he's going to get that dropship. Everything goes down. Excellent, but he lost 6 probes in the process. But knowing that he's got blue flames, yeah, he's totally going mech play. So he's gonna have to start taking off these gateway units and get something a little more solid. We need to see mass immortals here. Mass immortals are really good against everything that comes out of Terran mech, but it's so hard to recognize that and know when it's safe to transition. And these Hellions are just gonna walk right into the back. Oh, but those little warp-in got him trapped. That's excellent warp-in. They're not going anywhere. Terran
is now if he went for
60.
immortals with EMP on the field, they'd be dying pretty fast. He is getting some ghosts out now.
So I think the ghosts are probably like a preemptive immortal strike, like because he doesn't really like immortals like a hard counter this so blindly, and if you have nothing, then you're done. But another thing that also counters this is just air. Carriers and void rays and stuff like that. Void rays now with their 20% to massive and the added bonus to armored units. Oh, does he see this? He can see the laser beams, but he doesn't see any units on the minimap yet, so he's going to be able to get in here and catch him by surprise. This is exactly what the Terran does not want to happen. Be able to cut him off guard because these tanks are going to be out of position. He's going to be able to easily move away when they come. Got to see him coming up the ramp now. Can he blink over and get the tanks before they siege, or maybe he just wants to run away? Get as many probes. This is going to be such a mess. Where's all the purple goo when you need it?
Dude, that's an awesome number of tanks on that ledge.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit. Now let's take a look at the SCV to probe count. 60 to 62, so that was what he needed to do. He neutralized at least 20 of his SCVs there. Oh, and we're pushing out to the center here. Oh, and look at all those guys blinking on top of the tank. Out of position. It's going to be tough. It's got to be rebuilding very quickly. What's Protoss doing to rebuild? Oh man, those tanks are just melting those Colossi. That was a huge loss. Army count is down to 128 to 48, but those very immobile tanks are going to have trouble getting up there and pushing that victory just now. But he's taking the opportunity to secure the gold. Probably going to crack the rocks and give the Protoss time to